Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the second lecture, apropos to the previous one, as I told you in the end of the previous video. Production function. Uh, you can see this in pictorial form. Various production functions mean what are the following functions which, as a production manager, you have to keep in your consideration. You can see from the picture the policy is there, but manufacturing, the personnel, the HR staff, the product development, as we were just studying about the product life cycle. Then the materials, finance and accounting, purchasing, and again manufacturing. These are all the functions which, uh, of any production process have to follow those, functions. So you can just learn them. You can see, read, for example, manufacturing. This is a fundamental function. The production system is basically is depending on the manufacturing. You know, a fundamental function of much production system is to produce a physical output. Basically, at the end, you have to produce a tangible output. Manufacturing includes the operations and direct support services for making the product. And operation manager is concerned with production, how, production scheduling, about, the performance, the standards you have to comply with, what are the methods for, and, various production for you are making different products. Maybe you are supposed to follow different products. So all those things about the plant layout. Plant layout means, for example, if this mobile is manufactured on a particular machine, so there will be particular layout to manufacture this device like that. So plethora of things a production manager needs to keep in his mind. This is the first function. Then we can move to the personnel. Definitely, for making the product, for running the machine, for, making various layouts, the staff, the technical as well as managerial staff is needed to be there. So we are talking about, those employees. Then product development. Then mass product development means, because you do not have unlimited time to, place a product and develop it and then communicate to the customer. It product must be customized, it must be developed as per the requirements and needs. So you have, then marketing, you have to market it, you have to bring it to the market, you have to use logistics and get the product to the market so that consumer can avail of, and you can earn revenue at the end. Then finance and accounting definitely is one of the most you have to, make several books. For example, cost of goods sold, or, the income sheet, or all the data about, the wages of the labors, about the materials, about the purchasing. All those data, all those, slips, all those books, they are maintained by, the person of finance and accounting. Then purchasing is one of the, purchasing is, in my view, in my opinion, it is the most important function. Because if you are producing, huge bulk of products, you have great inventory, but you cannot make it, but your customers, you cannot make them purchase, or you cannot, sell your product. So how come you can continue your business? This is another important function. The purchasing function serves the other, functional areas as well, and it overlaps, sometimes with inventory control, sometimes with material inspection, shipping and receiving. Mean, you have to ship, you have to send to somewhere else, or you have to receive, the material from the suppliers, etc. Subcontracting and internal transportation. Sometimes you make small contractors who just distribute your product. So those are the subcontractors basically. So these are the functions. There are some other various other functions of production process. You can see all those functions, they are overlapping with each other. Manufacturing, purchasing, finance and accounting, materials, everything. So you have to learn them by uh, keeping that they are overlap. They are not independent of each other. They have to, move in combination with each other, in coupling with each other, you can say. And let me that production process. I'm not going to, go into the detail. I'm just, giving you a nutshell from customers, then sales, finance is also involved, engineering for manufacturing. Just I gave you the example of this mobile. There is a, I believe, very innovative, very deep engineering is involved there. Then you make, production and planning control, whether all the designs and layouts are synonymous to the previous product, means your layout and these things would be consistent with the previous product, so that the minds of the customer, it may not make a switch. Then inventory control, where you have gathered all your raw materials, to, after that you convert that, you transport the raw material to the production department, and where actually manufacturing of items or commodities or things is taken place. Then procurement, you have to transport these items to the end customer. You can use various supply chains, manners, some vehicles in order to transport, because mobility is important. And quality control, distribution, whether the standards that we communicated to the customers, quality control I'm talking about, or they are you know as per to the expectations. Does a customer give you a positive review? So quality control you have to make, and you have to make the standard of your quality. And you do not need to, you need to be very aware not to go, or not to keep your product below that line. So those are actually. And then types of production system, I will also debate on the type of production system, but with very minor detail. You are supposed to go through the book and read those topics and listen my lecture, so that things would be easy for you. So let me end this lecture again here.